What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. With A Dog's Way Home opening Friday, I decided to do my top 10 favorite feel-good animal movies. Because it's always nice when an animal movie comes around and, makes you, feel good inside and all. So, that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 will be Fly Away Home. Now, this is a childhood classic right here. Fly Away Home was released in 1996, and here it stars Anna Paquin as a as a father and daughter who decides to attempt to lead a flock of orphaned Canadian geese south by air. Now, of course, this had a very young Anna Paquin, way before X-Men, way before True Blood. You, of course, had Jeff Daniels at the height of his career when he did stuff like Dumb and Dumber and all. I mean, I really loved Fly Away Home. It was really cute. It's charming. The geeses was all cute. It made me want to own a geese. I mean, if you guys never seen it, give this one a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Coming in at number 9 is actually a modern recent one, and that will be Dolphin Tale. Dolphin Tale is a really cute one. They actually had like a sequel which came out like a couple years after Dolphin Tale 2, which was decent too, but the first film is much better. It's actually a story that's centered on the friendship between a boy and a dolphin, and its tale was pretty much a loss in a crab trap. So they give him like a new tail, and the dolphin has to learn how to swim again and all. It's really adorable. I mean, you had Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd, who's also in A Dog's Way Home, by the way. And the film was also directed by Charles Martin Smith, who directs A Dog's Way Home. You even had Harry Connick Jr. He was really good. Nathan Gamba, the girl who was just in that Freaky Friday musical on Disney Channel. She was pretty good here. The dolphin was really cute. I mean, if you guys, and it's based on a true story too, so that was pretty cool. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, Dolphin Tale, I highly recommend it. It's another good feel-good animal film. Coming in at number 8 is Bambi. What do you guys say about Bambi? This is a classic. It got released in 1945, around I think somewhere in the 40s. Bambi is, of course, one of the most saddest anime movies ever. I mean, in this movie, you see Bambi's mom getting shot by a hunter. I mean, who remembers that as a kid? I mean, can you imagine Disney making a live action of Bambi and seeing that in live action form? Oh boy, that might be even that might actually end up being even more worse to see than seeing Scar than seeing Fawcett die in live action form in Lion King. Anyway, back to Bambi. I mean, Bambi isn't like my favorite anime movie or my favorite Disney anime movie or anything like that. But I still always found this movie to be really cute. And I still really dug it. Bambi was, of course, a very cute deer. Dumper was amazing. It had some really good characters here. If you guys haven't seen Bambi, I mean, who haven't seen Bambi by now? Let me be clear there. But give Bambi a go if you haven't. It's a Disney classic. Coming in at number 7 is Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound is a classic. You had the voice talents of Michael J. Fox and Sally Field. And it's of course about 3 pets who escape from a California ranch to find their owners in San Francisco. So it's pretty much a kind of an animal adventure film. I've really dug this movie when I first saw it as a kid. The dog that is voiced by Michael J. Fox was really good. Sally Field's character was good. This is a really good feel good film. Then they have a few sequels that came after this, which wasn't all that great. but the first Homeward Bound is where it's at. It's amazing. Coming in at number 6 is Flipper. Now, like Dolphin Tale, this is also about a dolphin. I love Flipper. This movie got released in. When did Flipper get released in? I think it got released in 1995. Let me see if I got that correct. Oh, 1960 got released in. Alright, I was just making sure. And of course, it starred a very young Elijah Wood. You even had Crocodile Dundee himself, Paul Hogan. This is probably my favorite non-Crocodile Dundee role that Paul Hogan has been in. I really dug the chemistry between Elijah Wood and the Dolphin. Their chemistry was really cute to watch. I mean, if you remember the scene with the dot with Flipper and the Hammerhead Shark, that fight scene, holy cow, that was the most intense scene I've ever seen in a kids film. But yeah, Flipper, I mean, it's actually a remake of a 60s film, but I gotta say, the remake is actually even better. If you guys haven't seen Flipper, do yourself a favor, give Flipper a go. Alright, coming in at number 5 is the animated Charlotte's Web. I mean, what can you say about Charlotte's Web? You got the Pig Wilbur. You also got Charlotte the Spider. Some really good animal characters on this. Debbie Reynolds lends her voice to this. I love Charlotte's Web. It's based on a classic book, but the movie is an anime classic now. It's really cute. It's charming. It has some really likable characters. A good voice cast, not to mention. Yeah, I mean, I love the anime Charlotte's Web. The live action remake with Dakota Fanning, that was pretty decent too. But the anime one is much better. Alright, coming in at number 4 is Lady and the Tramp. Now, come on, romance movie about dogs. What could you ask for there? I love Lady and the Tramp. That spaghetti and meatball scene is of course iconic. This is pretty much a romance dog movie. That's where you get at. The chemistry between the two dogs in this are just outstanding. Of course, the Siamese cats is kind of both an iconic scene, and most people probably find it a racist scene as well. But yeah, Lady and Tramp it's an anime classic. I mean, there are Disney is doing like a live action remake of it. I don't know if the remake will be as good as the anime version, but we'll see what happens there. All I know is I really love the anime version. The sequel is actually not that bad too. It's actually one of the rare, like straight to DVD Disney sequels that's actually pretty decent. But of course, the original is where it's at. It's also like Bambi and Charlotte's Web. It's also an anime classic. Coming in at number 3 is the classic Old Yeller. Who didn't love Old Yeller as a kid? Come on, that golden retriever is an iconic dog right there. Movie got released in 1957. You also had people like Dorothy McGuire, Fats Parker. Some pretty good casts are in this. The chemistry between the boy and the dog is really good. This is a really good feel-good dog movie worth checking out. I mean, if it wasn't for Old Yeller, we probably wouldn't have stuff like A Dog's Way Home or A Dog's Purpose or anything like that. Old Yeller kind of paved the way for like dog feel-good movies, because it's really amazing. If you guys never seen it, definitely give that one a go. Coming in at number 2 is Free Willy. Free Willy is, of course, in my thumbnail. I love Free Willy as a kid. The relationship between the kid the um and the whale is just really amazing. Of course, the scene where the whale is like flying up, and that scene's iconic. Of course, they had like few sequels that came after this, which were after part two, they weren't all that great. But the original Free Willy is of course the best. Who haven't seen this movie as a child? It's a '90s feel good animal classic. If you guys still never seen Free Willy by now, do yourself a favor, give Free Willy a go. I think you'll enjoy it. And Free Willy, of course, is the movie that kind of made me like Great Whales and all, because who never loved who don't like Great Whales after seeing Free Willy? All right, now what is the best feel good animal movie out there? My number one favorite feel good anime movie is of course Babe. I simply love Babe. I used to watch Babe as a kid tons of times. I've always found it to be really cute. It was really charming. It was also funny at times. The pig was of course very cute. You also had some really good animals here. You had like a horse here. You had a goat, a dog, a geese. Some really good animals were here, and also you had the great James Cromwell. This movie also scored loads of Oscar nominations. I believe it scored a Best Picture nomination, if I'm not mistaken. It was of course led by James Cromwell, who's always awesome. Christine Cavanaugh, voiced the role of Babe. R.I.P. Christine Cavanaugh, by the way. Babe, I really love this movie. And the sequel, to be honest, was okay, but it's definitely not as good as the original. Because Babe is just the best. Who knew that live action animals that could talk movie could work so well as much as Babe did? And it worked. Definitely check out Babe if you haven't seen it, because it's a '90s classic. It's a childhood classic too. And I actually still own the movie on VHS, and I'll still watch it whenever I get a chance to. It's the best. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Fly Away Home. 9, Dolphin Tale. 8, Bambi. 7, Homeward Bound. 6, Flipper. 5, Charlotte's Web. 4, Lady and the Tramp. 3, Old Yeller. 2, Free Willy. 1, Babe. Now, there's a few other ones I could have added. Let me pull up the list. The Amazing Panda Adventure was really good. Polly, that was a good one. Two Brothers with Freddie Highmore, I could have added. The Adventures of Milo and Otis. Basically, count the Jungle Book as feel good animal film. A couple of nature docs like Chimpanzee is a really good one. Big Miracle, which is another whale movie, is pretty good. Lots of good feel good anime movies that came out over the years. Of course, The Dog's Purpose is pretty decent. Let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite feel good animated animal movies? Why did I say animated? Anyway, what are some of your favorite feel good animal movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.